a purl and 8 stitch on a small gauge loom. Here it is on the reverse side. So pretty, designed by Stephanie May, also known as Loomatic Fringe. Find her on Facebook and Instagram. Alright guys, let's begin. You need to cast on an even number of pegs. The stitch is done over 2 pegs, so we're going to start on the edge, and you need to knit that first edge just to get you started, because you basically are going to start knitting with peg 2. And to do the figure 8, you're going to wrap peg 2 first and then come back and wrap peg 1. Next, you need to knit off both of these pegs, and your yarn now is behind. So what you need to do is grab it and bring that yarn forward, and now on peg 2 you're going to do a purl stitch. Now I'm knitting from right to left, so if you're knitting left to right, just do the backwards. Now peg 2 is your new peg 1, and let's see that close up. Again, we're going to the left, so we're going to wrap peg 2 and then peg 1. Doing this is what causes that figure 8, and you can see it clearly that it looks like a figure 8. So next you're going to knit off these 2 pegs. It's usually a good idea to start off with the one that you did last, but it's okay. Again, your yarn, your standard yarn is in the back, so you're going to bring it forward, and you're going to purl peg 2. Alright, I think you guys got the idea. Your peg 2 is now your peg 1, and the process starts again. Wherever your yarn is, that's peg 1, and the one in front of it is peg 2, which is how you start your stitch. First you wrap 2, then you wrap 1. So you go forward and then back to create that 8. And then you have to knit off those 2 pegs, bring the yarn forward, and you're going to purl peg 2. And after you finish that peg, after you purl, that is your new peg 1, right? And this is what it looks like. If it's even, you see that your stitches will be staggered. You see that? That little purl stitch that drops will be staggered, and it gives you a little bit of an opening. It's a little bit lacy, but it's a lot warmer than it looks depending on the yarn that you use. And we're knitting flat. If you're going to go in the round, try to do an odd number. To finish the row here, we're going to go ahead and do that figure 8. But for my particular edge, and this was not recommended by the designer, I just found it works better, I knit that last peg. And that ends my row. To turn, then again, I start by knitting that first peg, and that allows me then to go to peg 2 and wrap both 1 and 2. And then you just start then stitch over. That's how easy this stitch is, and it looks amazing. I really love it. And I want to say thanks to Stephanie for allowing me to share this with you guys. That was so awesome. For real, look her up on Facebook or Instagram. And here's your stitch summary for you visual learners. Alright, that was the Purl and 8. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe.